Hello, I am Vaughan Smith and I talk on the radio for a living, but as soon as that's done I retreat here to my little slice of green paradise and play with animals all afternoon. Well, our place here is in rural West Auckland and we call it Le Petit Farmlet. It's not big enough to be a farm, and French sounds a bit fancier. It's just a little block of land. We've got about 3.5 acres. All of our animals purely ornamental. So we started with the goats. They were our first animals when we got here. They were an SPCA rescue situation. Harold and Helen started the theme of naming all of our animals with H. Then we got our 2 Highland cows, Hermione. This is Humphrey. He is a steer, but he is definitely the man of the house. I mean, with the horns that size, who's going to argue with him? And then Hermione had a very special visit with a very special man, and 9 months later we got Hattie. And these are our 2 Cooney pigs, Hamlet and Herman. So I think she thinks the pigs are hers. She gets very protective over the pigs. A little bit of an identity crisis going on there. And our chickens are just run-of-the-mill brown shaver chickens who deliver us 1 fresh egg per chicken per day. All right, we've got a project to undertake. When my cow Hermione was pregnant, I built her this house. Well, it was for all the cows and the upcoming calf. But then it rained consistently for 18 months. It's been so wet that straight outside of the house turned to a sloppy mud pile. So we're going to build them a yard. It's going to have a nice rocky base so that they can stand somewhere dry when it's raining and not turn the rest of the paddock to mud in the process. We're going to be using the John Deere 4044R and all of the attachments as soon as the chickens get out of the work site. They don't have any of the right safety gear on. Come on chickens, get out of it. All right, step 1 is going to be to scrape the top of this off because it looks dry at the moment, but with a little bit of rain that's going to turn straight back to a slurry. So we're going to pop the leveler on and take, well, 150 mils off. All right, we'll scrape the top, tighten it up. Well, I think it looks good. And now it's time to spread some metal. Well, we've scraped and we've spread, so it's time to change accessories and dig some holes. All right, we've marked out whereabouts the posts are going to go. We've put on the post hole borer. It is now time to dig the easiest holes I'll ever dig in my life. I want my post holes to be 600 mils deep because of the old rule of thirds. I've got some 1.8 metre posts, so 1/3 of that post is going in the ground, and that, bang on 600. So let's drill the rest. I told you it was going to be easy. All right, we've dug the holes. It's time to put the posts in the hole. I'm going to do the corner first to set a string line because you don't want your fence going like that. All right, it is time for day 2 on the yard build. Another beautiful day. Let the posts sit overnight. They're not going anywhere. I've only been using the John Deere 4 Series for a few hours, and I won't say mastered, but I have conquered how to use it. It's a very simple machine. You can get the accessories on and off, easy peasy. It's compact, so it fits through teeny tiny gateways. Like I've got one around the corner, but you can get through and it certainly doesn't lack the grunt for a machine of its size. I've got my mate Jake, who is a cabinet maker, here to help me with whacking up the timber today, so let's get on with it. Now I put a temporary electric fence up last night to make sure no cows rubbed against the posts while the concrete was setting. Yet, one got in and decided to leave us a little present. But I'm just going to cover up with gravel. So now it's just a matter of spreading this around a little bit, putting some chicken wire up, some rails and a gate, we're done, and look at this, it's starting to take shape. We have 2 cuts to go, 2 lengths of timber, filling in there, then we've just got to hang a gate, and look at all this leftover wood I've got. None! Because that's what good planning is, and pure luck. Well, there it is. 2 days, countless amounts of soil moved, countless amounts of material moved in, 11 holes dug. I didn't even use half a tank of diesel. And I might be biased, but I think it looks pretty good. If you're worried about not being able to use the machine, you are looking at a guy with all the gear and no idea. And look what I did here.